right, guys. So since the OLS decided not to work during your class because it just has a grudge against ELA, apparently, I'm going to still give you your lesson. I'm just going to do it video recorded. Now, this can all be accessed on the Padlet. Here's the Padlet. Scroll down. It's right here. The whole essay outline is right here, but if you go on the PowerPoint, it gives you examples. So that's what I'm going to show you. Don't forget that extra credit 4.14 you can do today. It's an extra 20 points. Just asks you what tools you're going to use to write this. You can totally use what we do today in class. I had just gone over the vocab with you. Audience, remember, it is me, but it should be casual language. You're talking to me, formal, it's not like you're writing an argumentative piece. You're talking to me. So keep that in mind. Dialogue, you will have some conversation in there, even if you're talking to yourself. First person point of view, saying I, me, we. Purpose, your reason for writing is to tell me about something that happened to you that you learned from. Doesn't have to be sad, it can be something funny. And make sure you're using showing language. And that just means your sensory details. I should be able to see things, feel, hear, smell, taste if it's something to do with food. Okay. Now, the objective was today we will review the outline for the autobiographical incident essay so that we can fill out the first two sections of our outline. We know we have it when we can complete the first part of our essays. Okay, so today we were going to do two sections of the outline. There are only four, we're doing two. Your hot question, how can we use the outline to complete our introductions? Your week at a glance, today we'll do sections 1 and 2 of the outline. You have option for extra credit. Tomorrow we'll do section 3. Wednesday we'll do the last section, section 4. It will be due on Wednesday. For those who have extended time, you can submit it Thursday or Friday, depending on your needs. Again, if you get extended time, you can submit Thursday or Friday. For the rest of you, it is due on Wednesday by midnight. Thursday, you do have your Unit 4 test on the Hobbit. I will upload the review study guide on Wednesday. If you use that review, you should be good to go. Remember, the only section that I cannot help you with is the reading portion of that test. The rest of it, I can help you with. On Friday, most of us will be at the zoo. I will be at Zoo Tampa for those going to that one. So your lesson is just to read these two pieces. They're procedural essays. The first one is just how to do a cool eye trick. It's a how-to. It's really short. And the second one, the strawberry yogurt parfait one, is just a recipe on how to make a parfait. So 2 easy, quick reads, and then you're good to go to the zoo. I'm not going to do this because no one's here. Things to remember when you're writing today. Make sure you have used the first person point of view, I, me, we. Make sure your writing's in chronological order, so you're telling me what happened from the beginning to the end. Make sure you're using figurative language, so sensory details, like I said, a lot of adjectives, describe, vivid descriptions, and of course, dialogue. There might not be much dialogue in the first two sections for today, but just make sure tomorrow and on Wednesday that those sections you are incorporating some dialogue. Now, these are the two sections. Let me see if it lets me write on here. Yay, it does. Got it. So section 1 is the introduction. Okay, section 1 is the introduction. That is right here. So this is one paragraph right here. Section 2 is setting the scene, and that's an additional paragraph. So you will end up with 2 paragraphs today. The first paragraph has 3 parts: the hook, background information, and a thesis statement. Your hook, just like any other hook, is just to grab the reader's attention. It can be a question. It can be a sound, onomatopoeia. It can be a statement, right? It can be dialogue, somebody starting off speaking. Maybe your mom's yelling at you. Here's an example. I never thought I'd lose trust in people. So that would be my hook. Second thing you need in the introduction, background information. Briefly introduce yourself and provide context about the incident you will be discussing. So you're not telling me everything that happened, you're giving me context. Well, what does that mean and what does that look like? Here's an example. I'm Miss Crespo, and when I was getting my bathroom remodeled, someone stole my teeth. So I introduced myself and I gave you an idea of what happened in the incident, but you don't quite know what happened. You're just like, what? Who took your teeth? Thesis statement. Clearly state the lesson you learned, right? Or the insight you gathered from the experience. What does that look like? It was after this that I learned to always check your teeth before someone leaves your home. So, yes, I broke it down, hook, background, thesis statement, so that you can see those three things go in it. But for you, you're just going to put it all in a paragraph. And this is how it will sound. I never thought I'd lose trust in people. Hook. I'm Miss Crespo, and when I was getting my bathroom remodeled, someone stole my teeth. Background information. It was after this that I learned to always check your teeth before someone leaves your home. Thesis statement. So all three of those will just flow together into one paragraph. Okay? And that will be my introduction. This is a true story. The second paragraph is setting the scene. So again, you're still not telling us the whole story yet. You're setting the scene now. You're describing the setting, introducing characters, and telling us the mood. So where's the story taking place? Where are you at? Who's involved? And what's the feeling? What emotions are going on? Here are some examples. It was a rainy morning. The trees were breakdancing in the backyard. The rooftop had a steady melody with every drop of rain that hit. And the clouds made it appear much later in the day than it was. The sound of the machines in the bathroom echoed through the empty houses as the worker continued to transform the bathroom into something beautiful. So I described the setting to you, and I used sensory details and figurative language. That's where you enter your sensory details and your figurative language. Second part, now I need to tell you who was there. I only had one other person there. If you have more than one person, this is going to be a little bit longer for you, and that's okay. Here's my example. He had been to my house before, the worker. He had painted the outside of my home and had started working on the bathrooms just the week before. A short and stubby guy with short brown hair and a gut that showed he never missed a meal. So now you have an idea of what this person looks like. How familiar they are with my home and what they were doing there. I'm introducing you to the character. Last, what was the mood? What were the emotions that were going on then? Excitement ran through me as I thought this was one day closer to our new bathroom. But the excitement quickly shifted. Okay? So, what are you doing today? You are writing your first 2 paragraphs for your essay. You're not writing the whole thing. You're writing your introduction and setting the scene. That means you should have your 3 sentences, hook, background information, thesis statement, for your introduction in 1 paragraph. And then you'll have your setting, characters, and mood in your second paragraph. This paragraph, the second one, it's going to look different for everybody because it really depends on how many people were there. Okay? Now, your job is to complete the first 2 portions of the outline. Don't forget that there is extra credit available to you via 4.14 discussion. Okay? You are not submitting these 2 paragraphs just yet. You are holding on to them because tomorrow we will be doing section 3 of the outline. Okay? Let me know if you guys have any questions via email. If you have specific questions in your writing, make sure you highlight the portion you're struggling with so that when we have independent work tomorrow, I can pull you. Right? All right. Hasta mañana. I'll see you tomorrow. Hasta luego.